Okay, so let's talk, hopefully briefly, on a couple of topics, a number of topics related to the coronavirus. So, number one, masks. Yeah. You can hear me a little better now. Okay, number one, masks. So, question: are masks advisable or not? So, I am a big critic of masks. I hate them. I think they are not very effective in most cases. Now, in certain types of situations, of course, they could be extremely effective. But in most cases where the authorities are either recommending or mandating even that people wear them, they have not much of an effect one way or another. In other words, if you're not gonna catch it with the mask, you're not gonna catch it without the mask either. Conversely, if you're gonna catch it, then you're gonna catch it with the mask too. So what do I mean by that is that if you are, let's say, going to a supermarket to buy stuff, people do not get the coronavirus from randomly passing a stranger on a supermarket aisle. That's just, I don't believe that. And if you believe that that's true, show me the evidence. Don't tell me that the onus is on me. It's not. The onus is on you. Because they've been fear-mongering about this coronavirus incessantly from the get-go. And everything that has been done and everything that has been urged upon the public to do is based on, it's possible. Remember when they came up with, maybe people are getting sick pre-symptomatically, they're transmitting, maybe asymptomatic individuals. Maybe that's the reason why the pandemic is spreading this fast. But they never did any test on that, so we're still operating under that assumption. And people are exhorted to take extreme precautions based on an assumption. There's so much money being earmarked, being dedicated for researching and developing cures for this, so why don't you actually study this? But they don't. They just tell people to restrict themselves under an enormous cost, both economically and in terms of personal inconvenience, and they're not backing it up with science. So, like I said, people are not catching the coronavirus from passing each other on a supermarket aisle. That's just not the case. Now, where do people catch it? This is where I will concede. If you go to the bar, okay, in a bar setting, that's a whole entire different ballgame. And any person with any average intelligence, recognizes the huge difference between a extremely brief encounter. I couldn't even call it encounter, but just passing someone on a supermarket and sitting in a bar. Because when you're sitting in a bar, first of all, it's a lot more crowded than a supermarket. Secondly, you're sitting there for an extended period of time. It's not just 30 seconds. You're sitting there for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, It's just a long stretch of time. And on top of that, you're talking loudly. Most of these bars, they have music. You can't hear each other easily. So people are talking. So again, you have talking, you have the duration that they're there, you have the fact that they're much more densely crowded together. And of course, over there, a mask could make a difference. But here's the thing, like I said earlier, you shouldn't be there in the first place. So this is what I said earlier. If you shouldn't be there anyway, then the mask is not the solution. Okay? And conversely, if you're okay being there with a mask, you're okay being there without a mask. And that applies to the supermarket. The supermarket is fine. People are not getting the coronavirus from being in a supermarket. And you don't need a mask to protect yourself against the phantom coronavirus miasma that is in the air. It just isn't. Okay? So, so that settles that. So again, like I said, to summarize, the masks are not effective. By not effective, I mean the way it is being employed. Of course, in certain very specific situations, if you are going to go to a bar, which you shouldn't, right, then it might have some effect. But in most applications that you see commonly, okay, like for example in our county, it is required in every public business. In Hillsborough County, it is mandatory. If you're in a public business, you have to wear it. So you have hundreds of thousands of people in this county who are wearing the mask every day for no freaking reason. A typical public business is that there is very little, extremely little chance of transmission based on those interactions. And also keep in mind that they're still urging people to maintain a 6-foot distance. So most of the time, you're not only do you have the mask on, but it's also 6-foot distance. But anyway, moving on. So second question, the quarantine. So now you have a lot of states in the Northeast who are saying, oh, if you're coming from Texas or from Florida, you have to self-quarantine for whatever. Do I support that? And the answer is a resounding, emphatic no. In fact, I do not support any of the quarantines. I think the whole quarantine thing, again, it ties into what I said earlier. It is based on this unfounded fear that there is this thing of pre-symptomatic or asymptomatic transmission, which, in my opinion, this is highly, highly overplayed, if it even exists at all. There's no evidence for it. It's just a fear. Somebody came up with this idea. They wrote an article about it. Hey, it's possible. And they never did any research to corroborate that. And instead, they just foisted upon the public this fear and this precaution that everyone has to, even if you have absolutely no symptoms, you might still be having it and you might be transmitting it to others. Again, there's no support for that. So this quarantine is based on that, because what they're telling you is, even if you feel healthy, maybe you're sick, so you should be quarantining yourself anyway. And to me, that is ludicrous. Okay, if you feel healthy, especially for more than a day or two, you don't need 14 days to quarantine yourself. And thirdly, now they've implemented all these restrictions anyway. You're 6 foot apart, you're wearing masks, all of that crap. So why are we quarantining? Like, even on the off chance that I do have it and I don't know about it, I'm not going to be transmitting it if I'm keeping 6 foot apart. So why do you need? I mean, quarantine means that you're staying at home. You're not supposed to go anywhere, right? So why can't I go anywhere? So it doesn't make any sense. Now, the reason they're doing it, it appears, is to retaliate, I suppose, against those states who previously had imposed a quarantine against New York. Okay, remember Florida at one point had a quarantine against New York. Now, I am against quarantines across the board, so I didn't support that at the time either. But I would say, though, that quarantine made more sense than the New York quarantine. Why? Because, first of all, at the time, the pandemic in the U.S., the coronavirus in the U.S. hadn't yet spread across the entire United States. There were only certain areas that were flaring up, namely the Northeast, but much of the Midwest and including Florida had not yet been hit. In fact, Florida was hit from New York. So it makes a lot of sense conceptually to say, hey, if the disease is coming in from New York, then let's just quarantine everyone from New York. But at this point, New York has already been hit. So by quarantining Florida, you're not accomplishing anything, because most of the people had already been exposed to the virus, and they either have immunity or they've died. So this, this constant imposing of quarantine just because there are slightly more cases in one state than in my own state, it makes no sense. It's just really silly. And ultimately, the reason they do that is, it appears to me, one, is retaliation. Secondly, to make people feel good about themselves, that, oh, we are good now. You're the bad one. Like, you're below me, right, on the pecking order. So it's just an emotional response that has no efficacy at all. It's just stupid. And in fact, it's not even realistic at all, because nobody's actually going to quarantine themselves, and certainly there's no way of enforcing it. So again, quarantine is down. We're not supporting that. Thirdly, let's talk about the vaccine. Do I support vaccine development? So yes, a qualified yes. I think, again, like most things related to coronavirus, everything is overhyped. Everything. So and the same thing applies to the vaccine, okay? So a person like Fauci would say, oh, we gotta continue the lockdown and the quarantine until we have a vaccine. So I would definitely not support that. In fact, I'm against the lockdown altogether. But as far as the vaccine is concerned, yes, there is a certain efficacy and relevance for such a vaccine, and namely, it is for seniors. People who are at high risk should be taking a vaccine. However, we cannot be overconfident in this vaccine, and I think that the way it is being portrayed by the mainstream media and by the experts is that, oh, the vaccine is going to be the cure-all. That's the silver bullet. don't think that's the case. Why? The main reason for that is that a person who is really vulnerable to the virus might be vulnerable even with a vaccine. It might not be very effective because the virus is going to constantly mutate, and if it's going to mutate. So, and if it doesn't, if it stays the same, then you might not be getting it anyway, right? So if you are really vulnerable to the virus, you might be vulnerable to a new strain that you don't have, that the vaccine doesn't work well against. So bottom line is, and again, for younger people, you don't need the actually getting it is the freaking vaccine. So again, you don't need it. So there's only a very limited applicability for this vaccine. It's much more limited than you would think. And in fact, it might not even be worth, I mean, depending on how much you value human life, I don't know how much you're spending on this, but it might not even, it might be just a huge waste of money and effort, to tell you the truth. Depending exactly on how you quantify and how you value a human life. But if they're spending, let's say, $100 billion on a vaccine, and it might save, in my opinion, it won't save more than a few thousand lives. Is it worth $100 billion? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're spending $100 billion. I don't know. So the numbers, we have to tally the numbers and see what's going on there. But I think 100,000 would be an exaggeration. I'm talking about the U.S. Now remember, we're not responsible for anything abroad. Now if you're doing it because it's an investment to save other people, to sell it, that's a different story. But in terms of national relevance, I think that you don't have much of that. Okay, so thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.